2016, I sat across from a doctor and heard three words nobody ever wants to hear. You have cancer. At that moment, everything changed. Not just my health, not just my future. The way I looked at food changed forever. Because after the diagnosis, I started asking questions I had never really asked before. What causes disease? Why are so many people getting sick? And what can I actually control? The deeper I researched, the more I kept running into one thing over and over again: sugar. Now, before you click away, I'm not talking about becoming a health fanatic. I'm not talking about never eating birthday cake again. And I'm definitely not talking about some extreme diet. I'm talking about understanding what sugar was actually doing inside my body and why it became the very first thing I decided to eliminate. Because here's what surprised me. I didn't stop eating sugar because I wanted to lose weight. I stopped eating sugar because I wanted to give my body the best possible environment to heal and function the way it was designed to. And what happened next was something I never expected. Like most people, I thought sugar meant desserts, cookies, cake, ice cream, candy, the obvious stuff. If you had asked me back then whether I ate a lot of sugar, I probably would have said no. But after my diagnosis, I started reading labels. And that's when I realized sugar wasn't just hiding in desserts. It was in bread. It was in yogurt. It was in pasta sauce. It was in salad dressing. It was in cereals. It was in sports drinks. It was practically everywhere. The more labels I read, the more I realized I wasn't eating food. I was eating products. Products engineered to keep me coming back for more. That's when I began looking at food differently. Instead of asking, "Does this taste good?" I started asking, "What is this doing inside my body?" That simple shift changed everything. One thing became clear very quickly. Sugar wasn't just a food. It was a habit, a powerful one. I didn't realize how often I reached for something sweet until I stopped. The afternoon cravings, the energy crashes, the constant feeling that I needed a little something to keep going. For years, I thought that was normal. Most people do. But once I removed sugar, I began to understand that many of those cravings weren't hunger at all. They were conditioning. My body had become used to the constant roller coaster of blood sugar spikes and crashes. And every crash created another craving. It's a cycle millions of people are stuck in without even realizing it. The first thing I noticed wasn't weight loss. It wasn't some dramatic transformation. It was stability. My energy became more consistent. I wasn't riding the same highs and lows throughout the day. The brain fog started lifting. I slept better. I felt more in control of my appetite. But one of the biggest surprises involved something I hadn't connected to sugar at all: inflammation. For years, I had inflammation in my right hand. It wasn't something I thought about every day. In fact, it's funny how pain works. When you have pain, you notice it constantly. But when it's gone, you don't notice it right away because you're no longer thinking about it. One day I realized my hand didn't hurt anymore. The inflammation that had bothered me for years was simply gone. Now, I'm not saying sugar was the only reason. I'm not saying everyone's experience will be the same. What I'm saying is that after removing sugar and processed foods, the inflammation I had lived with for years improved dramatically. And it made me start paying attention. Because if my body could change that much from changing what I put into it, what else was possible? This is where most people make a mistake. They hear information like this and decide they're going to completely change their lives overnight. They throw away everything in the pantry. Start exercising every day. Try fasting. Cut carbs. Count calories. And 2 weeks later, they're exhausted. Then they assume they failed. But it isn't a willpower problem. It's a sequence problem. When you try to change everything at once, you're fighting years of habits, cravings, routines, and biology all at the same time. That's a battle most people lose. Not because they're weak, because they're overwhelmed. That's exactly why the first phase of the 4-phase freedom protocol starts where it does. Not with intense workouts, not with complicated meal plans, not with tracking every calorie. It starts by removing the one thing creating the most chaos in your biology. Because when that happens, something remarkable occurs. Your cravings begin to settle down. Your energy becomes more stable. Your body starts working with you instead of against you. And suddenly the next step becomes easier. Then the next one. Then the next one. The goal isn't perfection. The goal is creating momentum. Looking back, eliminating sugar was one of the most important decisions I made after my cancer diagnosis. Not because it was magic, not because it solved every problem, but because it was the first domino. It was the first step that made every other positive change possible. And that's why it's the foundation of everything I teach today. If you're feeling overwhelmed by conflicting health advice, I understand. I've been there. But health doesn't have to be complicated. Sometimes it starts with identifying the one thing that's creating the biggest problem and removing it first. That's exactly what the 4-Phase Freedom Protocol was designed to help people do. The link is in the description if you'd like to learn more. And if this video helped you see sugar differently, subscribe. Because in the next video, I'm going to show you several hidden sources of sugar that most people consume every single day without realizing it.